it's Pinky Pin and welcome beautiful souls to my channel. Today I will be talking about the history and origins of witchcraft. What does it mean to be a witch? And what does it mean to be a woman in total control of herself? And for those who don't know me, I'm a third-generation astrologist studying Thai and sidereal astrology, along with studying herbalism and being a green witch. So firstly, what does it mean to be a witch? Let's talk about the stigma behind witchcraft, because being a witch is not like what Hollywood portrays us to be. We do not ride broomsticks, wear pointy hats all the time, and create potions that harm others. Actually, if we take it back and look at the origins and history of witchcraft, being a witch is about healing, being medicine woman, being wise woman, being midwives, women who knows divine knowledge and knows how to read the stars, the moon, the suns, using herbs to heal in everyday life, using energies and crystals to heal. Let's go back in time into the ancient Mesopotamia, Mayan, Aztecs, and Sumerians. During those days, magic was used in everyday life and was seen as normals. In fact, a lot of priests, priestess, and witch doctors are people who earn very well during those times because they work a lot with royalties and people who are in high position of powers. Just like JP Morgan's quote, millionaires don't use astrology, billionaires do. There are hidden messages in the stars, and witches, wizards, warlocks, shamans, energy healers are people who know how to apply and use this knowledge with every single day life. Throughout history, whether if it's in ancient Egypt, ancient Greece, ancient Roman, Thailand, Bali, these places have very deep root of people working with the five elements, the element of earth, air, fire, water, and ether, or spirit, to help bring change into your life. Witches did not gain bad reputations and bad connotations until the witches' trial. For example, the Salem witch trials in 1692, which I will be talking about later on. And in fact, the Salem witch trials have not a lot to do with witches, but actually the patriarchal society that was very dominant during those times and trying to suppress the divine feminine energy. So it was political, it was an active movement. It's not really about witchcraft, but discrimination with female and oppressing the feminine energy. But anyways, I'll be talking about that later on. Let's get back to the concept of witchcraft. So what does it mean to be a witch? One of the origins of witchcraft came from the word pharmacus or pharmacus, which dates back to the ancient Greece. These people are medicine women who use herbs to heal, or they are midwives who would travel to people's houses and help them heal their body, mind, and soul.
Growing up in Thailand, a very spiritual country, I experienced a lot of different types of magic. In Thai magic, mostly it is folklore, herbalism, and energy work. We actually have like a Thai ministry of magic called Krasuang Pathayakom, which combines the word Pat and Akom together. Pat means doctor and Akom means magic. So Pathayakom together is herbal medicine and energy work. This was way before modern medicine existed. So healers would go in, and in our spirituality practices, they would use kauri shells, and they would call in the elements of earth, air, fire, and water into the shells. And inside would be something called balot, which is so weird because once they seal, you can actually feel the elements moving inside this amulet in Thailand, also known as biage. So in Thai Pathayakom, they also believe in the spiritual body and the physical body. And in order to heal the physical, you must heal the spiritual body first with energy. They would use these amulets along with meditation to heal people energetically before prescribing herbal medicines for them to heal physically. But of course, with every single thing in life, there is the light and the dark, the duality. So it was used for healing as well as hexing. Enough for us to have a Thai ministry of magic back in the olden days known as Krasuang Pattayakom. And back then, these places are like court, right? Where they judge people on crimes for cursing and hexing. So the people who judge would be people who are shamans, energy workers, or in Thai we call it like Ma'api, which means witch doctors who can see the other world to judge who actually committed a crime and who didn't. But in the reign of King Rama V in Thailand, this practice was cancelled and forbidden. And if you take a look back in time to the other ancient civilizations, for example, the Mesopotamians, the Sumerians, the Mayans, the Aztecs, ancient Africans, Egyptians, Greece, Romans, all of these cultures all practice something in the form of energy and magic. It was a part of every single day life and seen as normal. For example, in ancient Egypt, there was Heka magic. In Greece, there were the Hellenists.
Witches believe that we both have a physical body, which, we can touch, and an energy body or the spiritual body. And once you learn how to also heal the spiritual body or the energy body, physical body will start to shift. Because you cannot change a problem on the same level of consciousness it was created. In order to shift something for long term, you need to both work with the physical body and the spiritual body together. So being a witch is also about raising your own self-awareness, living more consciously, giving life more purpose and more meaning in every single thing, because every single thing in this world is made up of energy. And this is not just woo-woo, it's actually very scientific.
At places like CERN, scientists study what reality is really made up of by smashing protons together in the accelerator or the Hadron Collider at extremely high speed. And they found out that inside those protons, there are gluon and quarks, which are made up of 99% energy. And since this whole entire world is made up of atoms, proton, neutrons, electrons, then every single thing in this world, including me, you, the table, crystals, everything is made up of energy. The universe is made up of invisible, interacting energetical fields that if we train our body to be sensitive enough, we can feel those energies. Do you know why ancient civilizations can feel energy very easily? Because they live in nature. And when we live in nature, we are not distracted by lots of different frequency, like our Wi-Fi box or even our phones, which emits radiation and frequency. So when we live every single day life with all these tiny vibrations, we don't really feel those energies because it is subtle and we're just born in this environment that has these frequencies and radiations all around. But when we relocate to go in the jungle, or if we do some grounding and we increase our self-awareness, we can start to actually feel this energy. So every single person can train themselves to actually feel energy, especially through meditation, because there is internal energy and external energy. Internal energy is our personal energy. In some cultures, it may be called chakras, prana, Tao, Shi, ether, aether, or even magic. There are many names for it throughout history. Your body itself even runs on electrical signals. Your brain, your heartbeat, your electrical system, actually your heart is basically one of the biggest electromagnetical field producers of your body. It's where your body emits the most energy from. Even your muscle movements all depend on charged particles and electrons. The Earth itself has a massive natural electrical charge. And when you place your feet on Earth, your electrical charge can transfer onto Earth, and the Earth absorbs your electrons. So people who have chronic pain have been proven that when they spend time in nature, their pain decreases and their body balances better. So even in cultures like Japan, doctors prescribe people to spend more time in nature, or what they call as forest therapy. So what does it mean to be a witch? Firstly, being a witch is about having the connections to the 5 elements: earth, air, fire, water, and ether. And the air element is not only about the oxygen that you breathe, but it's also about your mind, your intellect. And when air element is too excessive, you overthink. Use mental activity with mental clarity. So you become someone who's anxious, perfectionist, performer, because you fear saying the wrong thing. The air also governs your throat or your inability to relax. So the jitters. Balance air element is mental clarity. It is breath. Someone who can name what they feel, what their heart wants to express through their voice, to know that the power they hold in their voice is very powerful and transformative, to enact change with their words, to speak what is true and no longer get trapped in the mental noise. Now let's move on to the water element. Water element is also about our heart, our emotions, our connection to the moon cycles, and our wombs, because we bleed with the moon. And of course, when talking about our womb connection, we talk about the sacred, divine, feminine energy. So when water is weak, softness feels unsafe, rest feels weak. You feel like you have to constantly pushing yourself to be in this masculine cycle, especially as a woman. If your water balance is off, you will feel like you will always have to try so hard to impress, when the real feminine energy is about slowing down and appreciating the process, not always pushing and forcing and forging your path. So the feminine is also the play and the rest with the active and the fire. Sometimes imbalanced water element is also about your fear of receiving or giving love. Asking for support, abundance, receiving compliments from other people without feeling guilty, which may lead to hypersensitivity, feeling hard to trust partners in relationship, having trust issues, anxious attachment styles, or avoidant attachment styles, someone who numb their feelings and their emotions, suppress their feelings and emotions because their disconnection to their womb, not trusting to be held by other people because you don't even trust yourself yet, not even trusting your own intuition. So how do we bring the water element back into balance? When you're connected to the water element, you trust the universe, you surrender yourself, you become a bit softer with yourself, and you allow yourself to receive. When you balance your water element, you trust your gut feeling and intuition, you follow your heart. You let your intuition guide you, and your intuition will always be right, so trust it. Someone who can master their water element is someone who can notice and become aware of their emotions fast. Because when you can become aware of your emotions as soon as possible, you can change a bad day into a bad second. Now let's talk about the fire element. When fire element becomes too excessive, it leads to burnout, always doing, always striving for better. I want to be perfect. I want to be seen. Always trying to provide, trying to push, trying to force, because you want to be strong, you want to be capable, you want to be achieving. But you are exhausted, you might have an obsessive personality, and you're always overachieving because you believe that your worth is tied to your productivity, which is totally not the case. Because when you learn to balance the fire energy, it's not burnout, it is life force. Someone who knows what they want and chooses it with courage and allows passion to move through them or through you. Fire element is what keeps our heart alive. Now let's talk about the earth element. When the earth is weak, the body doesn't feel safe. It's like a tree with very tiny roots. The anchor into the soil is very weak, so you don't feel grounded within yourself. You may look composed on the outside, but inside, your nervous system is always alert. Imbalanced earth comes from a disconnection to your own body and from self-betrayal, not following through with your own words, not following through with what your heart truly desires. Secondly, to raise more self-awareness, because when you raise more self-awareness, you can feel energy. Third one, or lastly, is to honor the cycles of the universe, to honor the cycles of nature, to live with the seasons and cycles of nature, to respect Mother Gaia. Because we are Gaia. Earth is our body, everything that we can touch, our flesh. Water is our blood, our saliva, our tears, our lymphatic system. Air, the breath that we breathe in every single day, the oxygen. Fire, our body heat, our burning passion, our spirit. And ether, the magic energy between all living things and being, the space in between, the nothingness and the everything. And magic is energy directed with intentions.
We attract the energy that we give out. We attract people on the same emotional level and emotional vibration as us. So manifestation is not about asking for things, praying for things, and just saying the affirmations. But manifestation is actually about raising your own vibration so you are at the same frequency of the things that you want to manifest. It's not about asking, but it's about aligning and shifting your own energy, because being a witch is about living more consciously, being in control of your own life, being more self-aware of all your actions and giving life more purpose and meaning, living life according to the universe, surrendering yourself to the powers of the universe. Because when you surrender, you stop forcing, you start flowing. And you start aligning and you start living more in tune with your heart's truth. So no, being a witch isn't something that is scary, but it's so empowering. It feels powerful. And being a witch means that you connect to the energy of love, the biggest vibrations, the strongest vibrations in this whole entire universe. And when you lead with love, lead with your heart, every single thing in life will flow.
So this video is just like an introduction to what it means to be a witch for me. And to me, witchcraft isn't a religion, it's a lifestyle to connect deeper to nature, deeper to Gaia. Which all of this information, I will dive deeper in another video because I want to make like a series for each one. And let me know, what do you think about witchcraft? Comment down below. See you in the next video. Bye!